Hey y'all, it's Maleah. Check me out on my interview on USA Fox. Thank you.
Thank you, Maleah.
But you can that guy look good. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
It's very nice to meet you.
You too.
You're speaking with USA Fox. Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give a voice to the voiceless. May I have your name?
Maleah.
Maleah? It's a nice name.
Thank you.
How old are you, Maleah?
I'll be 34.
34? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Where you from?
I'm from Logan. But I started moving out here, when I started doing drugs. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not too far from you. I'm from Paulsboro.
Okay. I know where you're at. Yeah.
So what started your drug addiction?
Percocet. I was taking Percocets. I got real bad. I was a nurse and everything. And it got bad. It got out of control. I was all the way up to 30. And by the time then, my cousin moved in. He said, why don't you do some heroin? And I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, all right, money. I got to pay my house. And that shit, I lost everything. House and everything. So I started doing dope. And I was on that. And that stuff had me. I'm 4 years clean off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still like on crack, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna try to get there. I could do it.
How long have you been out here in Camden?
Off and on for like 8 years. Off and on. Yeah.
Could you say it's been like?
Oh my God, horrible. It's horrible out here. It is. I mean, especially when you're doing drugs and trying to get money and stuff, and even eating. But they help us out here with the food and stuff. But it's horrible. All in all, it's horrible. It's not a good life. You know what I mean? You can make me cry. You are, because that shit's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, though. It is.
How much are you using daily?
I'm off the heroin, but the crack, I'm doing a lot. Because, you got a lot of stuff in your life and stuff. So when you got a lot of stuff going on, you know what I mean? I guess people go the other way. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I replaced it with the other drug. And I should have never did that. Because what got me off of heroin was jail. Thank God for that, and I ain't never used that again, but I replaced it with crack. I should have never did that.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you managing to afford your addiction?
I mean, I used to be out on the streets, you know what I mean? Doing what I do, you know what I mean? But now I'm off of that, so I just try to make different, like, sales, whatever I can do. I don't got no family or nothing, so the family that I did have, that got ruined, so. Yeah.
You don't got no family members in your corner at all? You said no family?
I got a couple, but when I was on fentanyl and stuff, that like messed everything up. It really did. That stuff is no joke. So they still got that in their head, like they still think that I'm gonna be using that again, no matter what, because that stuff was hard. I was living with them at first and waking them up every night, that stuff was no joke. And then I wound up moving out here on my own, and then 2 other times it was by, you know what I mean? I had to live out here. If I was in Logan, though, I would go back, get something, come right back, and know I was gonna be sick, you know what I mean? So I wound up living out here. I mean, I think it's what a lot of people do,
So what's your current living arrangements like out here?
I'm homeless. Like I be going hot place to place. This ain't no fun living like this, but it's hard when you ain't got, you know what I mean? You ain't got nobody, no stability. I'm trying to get there, though. I'm working my way, but I'm off the dope, so at least I could try to, you know what I mean? I could try to get somewhere, though. So I'm not even looking at the camera.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to get somewhere, it ain't no life.
You gonna try it?
Yeah, it ain't no life out here. It ain't.
How you plan on trying? What you gonna do? Rehab?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. They trying to put me on drug court. I'm about to go through that for somebody else's stuff. So I'm gonna try to do drug court. They might send me to rehab. It might be IOP classes. And if I don't do that, then I'm going to jail. So, and I ain't trying to go back there. So hopefully, I'm praying that I could do it. I ain't even saying hopefully. I'm praying that I could do it. If I got off of heroin, crack more so like a thing where it get clean in 3 days. Not trying, you know what I mean, say like that. We're dope. You need that stuff every day, all day, just to be all right, So I think it's more of a mental thing that I could do this, but it's hard. It is hard when you don't have, you know what I mean, that stability to get you up. But I think that's the only thing that's gonna be, like get me going. I think that will help out. I think it really will help out if I'm doing drug court or rehab or something. I think I need something like that because I ain't never tried no rehab or nothing. I was always scared. I'll get to the doors and then turn right back around. So I really need to do it though because I have 3 daughters. They need me. You know, they need me.
3 babies.
Yup.
They babies?
I got a 15-year-old, 9-year-old, and 1-year-old. Yup, I set up 1-year-old. This shit crazy. But I'm sure anybody can say that out here. Like, I mean, some people ain't seen their kids in years, but I'm still trying to see my kids and stuff. I want to be in their life.
Are they with family by chance or something like that?
Huh?
Are they with
family?
family?
Oh yeah, they were family, definitely. Yeah, my 1-year-old's with my mom, and I see her all the time. And then my other 2, I see them like throughout the week, like every weekend. Like they make sure that I still make sure I see my kids. That's one thing I am grateful for. But as far as me, they don't still believe in me that I'm not gonna do this stuff. You know what I mean? If I'm out here, and I'm gonna try though. I really am gonna try. Just at least not for myself, for my kids. They need that.
Yeah,
but this life ain't nothing for nobody. It ain't. You can't live like this. Every day you trying to survive. Like trying to rob somebody, trying to steal from somebody, trying to get something just to just get it. You know what I mean? Just to try to sell it. Whatever you can get your hands on. Like that's how people are here. Just steal from your next door neighbor. They your best friend. My best friend just tried to put fentanyl on my drink. And that was my best friend. I mean, not out here. We was chilling. Like, yeah. And I was already off that stuff. Just trying to put fentanyl on my drink. Thank God the dude told me because I probably would have OD'd.
Is she still your best friend?
Hell no. Hell no. As soon as that happened, and nobody gonna just say that, you know? No, the dude told me, and I believe him. There's nobody gonna just say that. That was my best friend. Nah, I can't. Nope, she'll never be my best friend again. This shit is no life for nobody. You just come out here and you can see it out here. Like, these people is done up. I mean, I try to keep myself together the best way I can, but, you know what I mean? Sometimes it be hard out here, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's really hard out here.
Your own friends trying to...
Huh?
You got your own friends trying to lace you out here?
Yes.
Or...
Yes. I don't have nobody out here I can trust. Nobody. How can I? When they trying to do shit like that, rob me, I gotta look every time I'm trying to do something, like, anywhere I'm going. I got stabbed out here 50 times.
50?
50 times, and only 10 of them went through. They did an evidence on my coat. My coat had 46, and all the dude was trying to rob me. So I got like them all up here in my head. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
A year ago. Yeah, I was pregnant and everything. Like a year and a half ago, I was pregnant. He did it, and he knew I was pregnant. He didn't care. Now he's doing 10.5 years, but you know what I mean. That's another thing. But that's the shit that happened out here.
So happy you still here to tell your story.
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm off that heroin. Because that was the devil. And if anybody can get off that, you got to do it. Because, I mean, it took me 6-7 times to get off that. And the only thing that did it was jail. Because I was trapped. They wasn't letting me go. You know what I mean? They wasn't letting me go. I had no bail or nothing. So they was keeping me there. So that's I thank God for that. I ain't like being there. And it wasn't my place, like what happened. But I thank that for that. That definitely was a lift off. I'll never go back to this stuff, ever. Anybody can get off of that, you gotta get off of that. Because that stuff, I lost my house. I had owned my own house. I was a nurse, had a nice car, everything. And I lost all that. I still kept in contact with my kids, still was there. But I mean, you really can't have a relationship with your kids when you're doing that. You know what I mean? Being all hired up. How can you? How can you? You can't even function yourself to be a mother. You know what I mean? So I tried the best I could to still be there so they knew who I was and, you know, to still be in their life. But to, like, physically take care of them every day, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Right.
So now I'm trying to get back to that. I'm going to get there. But this stuff is no life for anybody. It's not. And you see every these people out here, oh my God, like it's crazy. And you just watch what they do every day, you'll see some stuff. I'm sure people ride and see all kinds of crazy stuff. I just be sitting back like, oh my God, they really just do that. What the heck was I thinking? I don't know if you want me to tell them how much I was doing, but
you can if you want to.
I was doing 10 bags of dope at once, and like the people that know, they believe me. They be like, nah. I'm like, yo, I was in jail. They went to put me on Suboxone, and when she went to do a urine test, she said, "Man, are you sure you're not getting off anybody in here?" I said, "No, why?" She said, "You still have a hairline of fentanyl." It's 32 days later. That's how much I had in my system. That's how much. I was doing that stuff so much. just to keep up. But if anybody can get off this stuff, look, I'll pray for you. You gotta do it. Because that stuff, that definitely ain't no life. I mean, even the crack, that's no life either. None of this stuff, because then you just chasing it. Crack is just as bad. Because you get a hit, and you just chasing it. Right? You just chasing it. I mean, the people that do it, they know. That shit, you know you get a hit, all right, bam, now you want another hit. That shit don't ever end. That shit is like a cycle. And then you want to get more and more, so you just thinking about crazy stuff to do. That fentanyl is the devil. That stuff took everything from me. I mean, I took it from myself, but in place, I knew nothing about out here. I ain't know no sets, no nothing. My cousin brought me out here. I knew nothing out here. I started doing it, and it took me 3 days. 3 days it took me to get hooked on that shit. 3 days, and I was already hooked.
So is the fentanyl and the crack out here?
Yeah, everything's out here.
I'm saying, is the fentanyl in the crack?
I have fentanyl like strips. They came out with fentanyl strips. They came out with all kinds of stuff. They got horse tranquilizer out here now. They got that's in the fentanyl. They got horse tranquilizer in the crack. That's why I got all these strips with different things. Like they even got, what's the other one that girl said? Not horse. Some other big animal. She said another animal that, you know what I mean? I was like, what?
Probably a rhino, right?
Like yeah, like that, or elephant, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a bigger animal, and they even got a strip for that, because it's like triple what the tranquiler, like the one would be.
Yeah.
So everything's out here though. Everything. I mean, there ain't nothing you can't find that somebody don't have, where they picked up from over to Philadelphia and they bring it over here, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse because people. I just lost 5 friends in a matter of a couple months. 5 friends, and 2 of them wasn't even doing heroin, so I don't even know that happened, but I'm saying they were smoking, so it's in there. It's definitely in there. But I'm on Subutex now, so I mean, I'm not fully off of it, everything, but it's keeping me stable where I need to be. You know what I mean? So I just gotta get off this crack. I just gotta get off this stuff, because it's just a chase. You get a hit, and you want that other feeling again, because it's a 1 second feeling. So it ain't no good. Nah, if you can get off this stuff, get off of it. Hell yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've seen or witnessed out here?
What I did, or what other people did? People just getting naked, like acting crazy. Like the drugs that they doing is making them do. I mean, I was locked up with a girl. She did wet and she killed her baby. Like that's just the shit it's doing out here. Like it's making you rob people. Like I said, my best friend. It's just making you do this crazy stuff. You going out on Broadway, showing half your body. Like this is crazy out here. But yeah.
If you could make 3 wishes right now, what would they be?
To have more connection with God, because I've always had God. I'm like, I had a good childhood, but a horrible adult life. Be there for my kids and get my life together. Like get it fully together. Get my life back, maybe even better than it was. Cause I was a nurse and everything. Like, I let this shit go. I really did. I let this stuff go, and I shouldn't have. But that it was on Percocet. So you on Percocet, don't think that shit. Once you get up to Percocet, people tell me, oh, I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go down that road. You gonna go down that road. And you're gonna get all the way top, and then you can't do nothing.
Are you religious at all?
Yes, I'm Methodist. Yeah, I am religious. I got God more in my life now, but I need Him fully in my life. Like, I mean, like I need to be going to church and stuff like that. Like I want to take my kids, because I want them to be, you know, in that church lifestyle. I was always in church, Sunday school, all of that. So I want that. But now I've been, you know, doing drugs and stuff. I don't really want to. I don't want no parts of none of this stuff. I mean, I'm trying, like, people love it out here. They love it. This is like fun to them. Girls be out there doing all kinds of stuff. They love it. That's their everyday move. They get up and that's their job.
They actually like it.
Me, I'm at that point. I'm done. I gotta get off it. You know what I mean? Now, as long as I was off that heroin, I'm telling you, I can make it. I know I can, but it's hard. It is hard. If you want fentanyl, I give it to people. It's hard because nobody understands it until you go through it. Because I used to say the same thing. Man, it ain't hard. It's hard. It's hard. 4 days to take a hold of you, and you already going through withdrawal. So then you ready to go get something else.
Where you see yourself in the next 6 months?
I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to get myself together. So hopefully I'll be on drug court, where I think the kind of person I am, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, I need something like a jail, but I don't want to be in jail, but I need something that will put me in a place where you can't do this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I am, because and I know that once I'm off of it fully, I'll be off of that. Like, if I go into classes and IOP or in a rehab, I know that, like, I kind of want to be stuck there. Like, I want them to be like, no. You know what I mean? So I can fully get off, because I know once I came out from the dope, I was like, I'm never going back to that stuff. I don't care if people hand me stuff out here and for free and all. I don't want it. I don't want nothing. I swear to God, I don't want none of that stuff. No. But the crack, yeah, that's a little hard. It's a little hard, you know what I mean? Not as hard as it used to be. I mean, it used to be hard, but now it's getting, you know what I mean? It's getting a little bit better. Yeah.
Where you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Trying to get better and do what I gotta do, and be in a rehab or like like I said, somewhere that will help me get myself together fully, because a lot of places there's not a lot of programs. They'll just like kind of like lead you on. I need somebody to be like right there. I don't need somebody to hold my hand, but I need somebody that's, you know what I mean, like you can do this, you know. Because my family, they got faith in me, but they don't have full faith in me. Because they still think that I'll go back to that, because it's still fresh. It was only been a couple weeks, you know what I mean? Only been a couple years. But I know I'm not going back to that, because I think about, everything was bad, but I think about the really bad times where I was sick and throwing up and all kinds of stuff. And that stuff is you doing it and you ain't even getting high no more. So what's the point? What's the point of even doing it anymore? Are you just doing it? Just be alright. Just regular. So I'm going to get there, though. I'm going to try to do the best I can. I plan on getting in this drug court. I want them to get me on that. I really want me to get on. They're like looking at me like I'm crazy, but I want to be on that, because I know that it will help me. Like, I know that I can get my life together. I'll be with my kids. I want to get my own place. Like, I have my own place and everything. Probably like 8 years ago.
Last question.
Yeah.
What advice would you give the youth out here ripping and running the streets, following in your same footsteps? What would you tell them?
You want to know the truth? Don't do it. Like, this is it's no joke. And even if you're trying to do it, first of all, if you try to do it, this stuff out here is going to kill you. It's going to kill you. That's where you're going to end up. Like, your kids, I don't know if you got kids, but they need you there. At least my kids. I don't know about anybody else, but you can turn around. You can do it. You first got to be the one to want to do it. You know what I mean? Nobody else can tell you. So, I mean, like I said, jail kind of put me in that predicament. Maybe some people, maybe that's, you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe you got to go into like a facility or something. Some people don't want to do that, but they don't know what that next step might be unless you try it. Right? All you can do is try. And I mean, if you feel that, I mean, I'm giving my all. So I'm doing it. If I can't do it for myself, I'm definitely doing it for my kids. I got 3 daughters. No way. And they looking at me like, that's not, I would hate to see my daughter out here. I got a 50-year-old. I would hate to see my daughter out here in a couple years, you know? That would kill me. So why would she want her mom out here, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, she knows, like, certain things, but she don't fully know. And if she really, that would hurt me, you know, me more. So, don't do it. I get the advice, don't even do it. But if you are on that stuff, you got to try to do something, because this life, it's just like going back to back. You're never going to stop. You're never just going to keep, you're just going to keep going. You're either going to end up dead, robbed, something. Something's going to happen, because that's what everybody doing out here. That's what everybody doing. Get high, robbing people. It's no lifestyle. Living in bandos and stuff, like trying to clean yourself up, eating. I mean, they hand us food out here, but, you know, it's not a really good lifestyle. It's not at all. And I don't like it either, but some people love it out here. I mean, I pray for everybody. I hope they get somewhere one day. You know what I mean? If they can't do it now, hopefully they can do it. Like, I'll never go back to do it, but it is possible. I used to say the same thing, like, I'll never get off this stuff. When am I ever gonna get off this stuff? And yeah, it took jail, but I did it, and I ain't never gonna be. Soon as I got out of jail, I was like, I'll never go back to that stuff, and I never went back to it, ever. I don't even want people offer me free. Nope, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing, because it really, like, it ruined my family, it ruined me, it ruined everything, like, everything in my surroundings. And I just started doing drugs a couple years ago. That's how fast it take your life. It just ruin you, and then bring, like, everything come down with you. And people don't think it's gonna happen like that, and it do. Because you just buying more and more drugs, and then you end up not paying your bills and all that. You know? But don't do it. If you're not doing it, don't do it. Or if you're trying it, man, don't even go back to that stuff, because trying it, you just trying to get high, and then it's gonna get a hold of you, especially the dope. Even the crack you gonna chase that stuff. The dope, you gonna like that feeling, and you gonna be like, oh, I want more. And then by the time, like I said, 3-4 days, that's all it takes. 3-4 days. And I swear it takes 3 blocks. Tell people, it's only gonna take you 3-4 days, and even Percocets. If you do Percocets, you eventually, if you're doing a lot of them, or you know what I mean, eventually you're gonna probably go there. I hope you don't, but you know, that's how I got me there, because I ain't had no money for what I needed at the time. So my cousin brought me out here. I ain't know no sets, nothing. Brought me out here and been back and forth ever since. Back and forth. And I'm still, like I said, I'm not doing the fentanyl, but I'm still doing the crack. So I need to be done with that, because it's no life. Because all I'm doing, you know what I mean, is trying to chase it. Oh, I want this, you know what I mean? Who want to keep chasing stuff? I want to live a regular, sober life with my kids and everything.
I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You've been a wonderful interviewee for me.
Thank you.
God bless you. I'll be praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.